All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. Hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys are had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning, brother. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, man. Doing good, man. I'm getting a little bit better. Still under the weather,
Nice.
somewhat. If you hear me mute and cough, you know what's going on. But yeah, overall, can't complain, man. Cannot complain.
Good to hear. Glad you're
Um,
feeling better.
Excellent. So let's get to it, guys. Just gonna moving a little bit slower than usual today, moving things around here. I kind of forgot it was even though I'm starting at 8:30, I knew it was only me and you today, not Jared. I
Yeah.
still set up for Jared, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Mm,
So had to
sure.
flip everything around. All right, guys. It has been a very interesting week, as you can see. Love what the spy is doing right now. Let's get right to that, man. I mean, the spy has just looking real good, real pretty solid the last couple of days.
Yeah, looking better for sure. We'll see how it goes. I have a bit of a feeling today will be choppy, but we've got some good stocks that are actually in play. We'll get into that in a moment. 10 a.m., we've got the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, 5 year inflation expectations final read, pending home sales index. That one should be interesting considering what mortgage rates have done recently. Um, and then there's some Fed speakers. I believe the first one's at 10 a.m. and they're kind of sprinkled a little bit throughout the day after that. So Friday, this is, I believe, the second up week in a row. If we can finish that after some kind of wild moves overall in the market, so we'll see.
Yeah, we sure will. Guys, let's give a big thumbs up over for Peter yesterday for covering
Yeah,
last minute because that's not easy to do, right? You have your morning stuff going on, then you get a text, hey, you got to cover. And he did an amazing job. So I appreciate that very, very much. All right, guys, let's get to it. Our gappers list this morning, which I forgot to link. We'll do that now. So trade ideas, guys, you can link it over to your montage. It also links not just to Dash Trader Pro.
I'm gonna let my dog in my office while you do that before
Yep.
she tries to break down the door.
the, the she's gonna check on how you're doing there. So you can go here to tools, external linking, add link. This thing will pop up, and you can basically send that ticker to anywhere where you can put in information. That could be a field, it could be a montage, it could be for whatever platform you're using. So pretty cool stuff. Now you click on any ticker on the trade ideas, and that will populate there. So got to do it every morning. Unfortunately, every time you turn off your computer, it resets. But if the way we go through stocks is so worth it, it'll save you a lot of time. Let's start here, guys. I mean, we know past stocks only see CGC. I thought there were a lot more that were going nuts yesterday, but only CGC on the gap up list today.
No,
Um,
we got GRWG as well.
oh, this is one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I don't think I ever seen this one, but yeah. So we know it's yes. It's something about yesterday, right? We saw the charts. It literally just started taking off an hour before the close, and you can see the pop there. So what's the latest and greatest in that field?
House voting to legalize marijuana in the U.S. This happened a couple years ago. Popped these
Yeah.
guys up pretty good. Who knows what'll happen in the Senate? But that's where it failed last time around. But it's given this whole sector some life after. These were really in play when they started going public a few years ago.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
CGC hit some ridiculous number and was trading like crazy, and they've all just come back to
And,
earth big time. So,
and you remember
Tilray,
TLRY? Yeah, Tilray. I
yeah,
mean, this was
yeah.
madness up here. Um, so yeah, guys. And actually, that's not even it. That's not even it. Hold on. There wasn't
Yeah,
a
you got to go back.
Yeah, there's another one. This thing went to 300. That's not it. That was a when the meme stock started to get going in February or so. Here it is. This is the one that I was referring to. 300. I mean, it's just incredible. That was 2018. So, all right, we'll see where that goes. They're getting some life for sure. They traded very well yesterday, looks like here, and also into the market close. This morning, a lot of them with heavy volume looking decent. We'll keep an eye on a few. We'll look at CGC. Let's get some rows in here and we'll look at CGC. I think they're pretty good, and also TRY. I mean, actually has it's trading better than what it used to back in the days. We used to stay away from this thing at all costs, but now It's come down to reality a little bit as far as volatility. So Tilray and CGC both on the list this morning. We'll keep those two just for now. You have another one here, CGRWG. I'm not familiar with this one at all. So we'll keep it off the list for now. All right, we also have BBBY actually leading the way. They're up 12.1. So what's going on there, Norm, with these guys?
Ryan Cohen of the meme stock fame has taken an activist role over here, and it was announced, I believe, he's getting 3 board seats. He's getting to appoint 3 board seats to the company. So that's popping them up. Note that that they have an extremely high short float. This was one of the tickers that participated in the meme stock rallies last year. So it has potential.
Yeah, it sure does. It's interesting because you remember this pop we had here all the way up to 30, and this short interest is still very high, and now that's included in here in the calculation. It should be, right. I mean, 14 days, right? I think is what it is. There's definitely more than 14 days here.
Uh, it would have been reported from the 15th at this point.
hmm Right, so that would be in there. You still got a very high short interest on this stock. So interesting stuff there, guys. Looking good right now, up 11.7, 700,000. Like where that's going at the moment. We have Mara down here. They are up 3%. I know they've been making some noise over the last couple of days. Bitcoin has been a little, a bit, not I won't say strong, but bouncing, I will say. Up 3%, 308,000. Again, I have not been all about Mara the last couple of months, really. I'll put it as a possible. We can always come back to it. I do like the daily here, guys. Any new news on this, Norm, or it's just regular Bitcoin movement?
Give me just a moment.
Yep.
I don't.
I know you don't
I
look at
don't
those because
spend a
you don't
ton of.
really, really,
Yeah,
yeah, you
it's.
don't focus
I
on
don't
that.
see
Yeah,
anything fresh on it, Carlos.
yeah, you got it, man. Yes, it's not one that I'm a
Bitcoin,
big
that
fan
that
of.
that 43, 44 level on Bitcoin's a pretty big one, and we're up 1.9% on Bitcoin this morning, so it's
Yeah.
probably what
Yeah.
most of that is.
I was watching the show with you and Peter yesterday, which, by the way, was hilarious. And you guys kept making me laugh and kept making me cough, but the pain was worth it. Um, and someone mentioned in the chat, in the YouTube chat, they were saying, how come, do we focus on Bitcoin? And we're not, and not saying cryptocurrency, and we're not really heavy on cryptocurrency. If you guys been watching the show, we really focus on trading equities. That's our thing. And we're consistent with that, right? We might talk about it in some segments, but we're really consistent on equities. And again, if we touch on Bitcoin, on crypto, it might be something like a news or for the most part. So just wanted to answer that because people were asking, kind of if you're new, you're trying to figure out what the flow is of the show, and it really heavily focusing on equities and stocks for day trading. So
Yeah, I mean, we could we do spend all day on that. There's just not enough time
mhm,
in the day to focus on, hell, we could do futures, commodities, options. We do some options, crypto.
yeah,
We do have a little bit of crypto. Jared does a crypto piece on Fridays, but
yeah. Um, SGLY looks horrible, guys. I'm not gonna add this to the list. This doesn't look good at all. Got an initial pop there, and just nasty. Overall, horrible pre-market activity. Let's see what's gapping down today. We'll do the top five. So few on here. I know some of the Chinese stocks are taking a bit of a hit. I can see here JD, Baba, they're all down 3.74%. Lee, XPEF, FU to you there, PDD, Neo. So a lot of stuff. Looks like it's heavily on the Chinese side. Now that I'm kind of reading the tickers out. What's China doing now? They're going to delist stuff again, or what's going on?
there was some talk or some rumors that maybe some of those regulatory problems in the U.S. were there was going to be a compromise or a fix or something, and essentially come out and said that that's just not true. It's premature, I think was the exact. So not
Yeah.
true isn't exactly correct. Premature, I believe, was the quote I heard.
All right. We'll continue to watch how that's going to develop. Again, they've been just so volatile, guys. These Chinese companies up and down, up and down today. Almost all of them down about 3 to 4%. So we'll keep an eye on that. Starting here with ONL. This is not looking good. It is up 12%. No volume for the most part. Doesn't look
It's
like
a
it gets any
REIT.
volume. It's a REIT, yeah. So it trades horrible. Heading down to Billy. So here's some of the Chinese stocks starting to come in now. You guys know I've been looking at Baba quite a bit what's the last month or so. So here's Baba. Already this morning, they're down 3.8, 912,000 shares traded. So that's good. Neo has been another good one as well. I like their daily on Neo. Earnings on Neo. Earnings last night. Yeah, earnings I'm noticing here. Um, yep, I can see some movement there in the after hours. So it'll be interesting. Right now, down 6.1. Definitely going to have Neo in on deck at the moment. Here's Becky, guys. I'm not a big fan, as you guys know. Just chopping around right now. Not a whole lot of volume. They're down 5.6, which is costing them to be on this list. But for the most part, I'm just not seeing anything great on it. PR, PL, I believe we've seen this stock before. It doesn't trade very well. We'll skip quickly through it. PDD, they are down 5.4. On the fence daily might be interesting. Put as a possible. We'll get back to that one. Futu today, also another one that's down 5.4. I'm gonna skip on this one for now, guys. There's so many you can watch at the moment. I think this is you can really just pick your top two out of all these Chinese tickers that we have here, and I think you'll be okay. For the most part, I think a lot of these are going to be trading very similar. XPEV, Lee, and so forth, unless they have some kind of individual news, which Neo does have today, right? Neo had earnings last night.
Sure.
They're down 6.1, 2.1 million. So they're being affected by both whatever's going on with China there and that whole ticker news and their earnings. So that's a going for today, actually. Good volume there. JD's no again, I think I have enough of the Chinese stocks. Maybe JD we can add as a possible, but I'm not gonna add anymore. All right, trying to dig through here. Is there anything else that's not Chinese on this list that might be worth watching? Tiger, I'm not a fan,
Chinese.
but Chinese
Chinese.
too. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna look at that. VNet is this? Oh no 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 no. We'll skip on that. That is horrible. Let's head down to KC. No, no good, no volume. And then CAN this is what is this? This Chinese too? No,
China.
China. Okay, yeah. So all right, so Chinese stocks basically kind of overpowering the gap down list today. We have
I
a
think the
few of
only
those
thing
already.
not that sticks out, not Chinese on the list, is purple.
Where's purple? Where is it?
PRPL. We already looked at it.
PRPO. Oh yeah,
It's
this one
not
here.
great.
Yep. Yeah,
That's the
it's not good at all.
mattresses.
Oh, that's the ass I see on YouTube with the mattress that folds
Mm-hmm.
up or whatever. Yeah. All right.
Bed in a
No.
box.
Yep. Not looking that fun at all this morning. Does not seem like they trade heavy volume or great at all. So we'll skip on that one. All right, slim pickings for this Friday, my friends. Norm, what do you have on your end that you like? I dig it. I'm with you. Is very very slim this morning, guys. Let's take it to the chat. Let's see what you guys have on our chat room, and then we'll head over to our YouTube friends over here, and we'll see what you guys have as well. Casey, let's start there. Let's start with you. You're looking at AMC. We know the meme stocks have been making some noise over the last couple of days, with some pretty good pops here. This morning they have 398,000 where that was down quite a bit. Now pretty much coming to a break even here, or flat at the previous day close. Might be worth watching these for the next couple of days just to see if there's any continuation on AMC, GME. Let's see if this is going to bring back some of those insane moves we've seen in the past, right? So both of these right now having really strong days, some pretty major squeezes happening on them this morning. They're both not in play today. I don't see them in play, but we all know how quickly and fast that can change. So we will keep an eye on those in the secondary list for now. Tesla, you got a few on here. We'll take the first two for you here. Tesla and Facebook. Tesla this morning, they're up above 1,000. They did it. They did it here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very very nice. Man, what a stock,
It's
guys.
a hell of a run in the last couple of weeks,
I
isn't it?
know. I know. Look at this. Oh man. They held here 750 and found a nice run there. So I think they're interesting here at 1,000 to look at. Absolutely. I'm gonna add Tesla on there. Next we'll look at Facebook this morning. Facebook have okay. I like the daily on Facebook. I really, really do, Norm. Me and you've been waiting for something like this. We're back right at this area again.
Yeah, starting
And
to do some stuff.
yeah, what a steal at 185 there, my friends. But it was so difficult to get into any type of swing on that just because of how weak this thing was. I mean, it just couldn't find a base at a point. But that is a nice, clean double bottom. I wonder if Brian, our swing master, took some of that there. I like Facebook this morning, guys. Looks interesting. I'm going to add it to our secondary list. Really like the way that is setting up. Might not do it this Friday. Fridays are a little funky, as you guys know, with the volume and everything else. But that daily looking real nice. All right, heading down. OG, is that a good one? OG. It sounds.
Yeah, it's been in play the
Yeah,
last few days. It's a newer ticker.
it
It's
is. Mm-hmm.
European EV charging stations that just de-SPACed recently, but it's definitely been on a tear.
Oh, look at this. 8 to 24 yesterday.
Hmm.
So off. I'm sorry, the day before. So off yesterday, but yeah, not doing a whole lot right now. Really, really quiet, but I'm sure it'll get going at the open with that type of news. So OG, we'll keep that on there. Apple and XOM. What's Oxy doing? We'll look at that in a second here. Apple this morning. Yeah, I think Apple's a good one just to watch, right? Overall tech sectors, it'll be nice. I mean, look at Apple's daily. Man, what a run. I
Same
mean,
story.
wow. Wow, wow. This is real nice, man. Real, real nice. Let's add Apple here as well. Next what we you had on there was it you had Apple and XOM, and we'll look at Oxy as well. XOM this morning, yeah. Out of all of these, Oxy's the one for me, man. Just look at the daily, how clean it is, how fluid it is, and it's just intraday trades so much better. It feels like it gets more volume, but I haven't compared it to other ones, so I can't say that for a fact. But it just seems like it's a lot more smoother. So I do like Oxy to keep an eye on. The daily also looking very nice here, looking like it wants to. I mean, saying it can go either way here. It can bounce and it can drop, but looks interesting at that 58 level there. So that is nice this morning. All
Oil's
right.
down 2.5%, I believe, this morning. At
Yeah.
least it was last time I looked. So,
Okay. We know how aggressive that can change at times. So we'll definitely take a look at that one. Oxy broke down daily level. Yeah, man, I like Oxy on the daily as well. Looks very good. Baba, not terrible. I have Baba on the list here. Yep, not bad. Capping down this morning. Tesla is good. All right, we'll cover a few here. Thank you guys. Nvidia and INTC. We'll look at those two. Then we'll head over to YouTube and see what you guys like on your end over there. Um,
yeah, those are definitely NVIDIA and INTC. NVIDIA announced they're going to outsource some chips or something of that sort,
oh,
be procuring from Intel.
I like that. I like that. Nvidia there daily looks very, very strong. Did that news come out yesterday, right? Because yesterday looks like
Yeah.
they had the yeah. Yesterday they had the nice run. I'm gonna keep Nvidia on my main Intel as a possible because I like the way Nvidia trades a little bit better. But we'll keep an eye on those, and we're gonna fine tune this list, guys. For example, we have CGC and Tilray. We don't need to watch both. I'm probably gonna watch Tilray on this one. Whatever you go with, this is fine. So we'll take off CGC. We'll keep Tilray. We have BBBY, which is good. We have Baba and Neo. I really want to watch these two. I think they're both pretty decent. We have Tesla, Apple. Yeah, we'll fine tune this a little bit more as we get going here. We'll see what else we
Yeah,
can take
list
off of
isn't going
that.
to be nearly that long.
No, no, it shouldn't be. Not for today. All right, over on YouTube, let's see anything that we have not covered. Baba, we looked at. Apple, we looked at. AMD, we haven't. Is the news affecting AMD? I mean, they're popping up as well, so I guess it's all positives
Yeah,
for them.
I mean that whole sector was popping on it, just in general yesterday, and tech's come back after some of their big pullback recently.
All right, so guys, instead of Microsoft and AMD, I'm going to look at Nvidia. I might actually, we'll see about INTC, but the news is with them, so I'll keep them on here. But we'll see about that. But Nvidia
Yeah, I
definitely
mean
on the
they're
list.
they're the biggest part of that catalyst.
Yeah,
They just trade terribly a lot of the
I
time.
know, I know. Like, like even though they're part of that catalyst, AMD might have a better day,
Okay.
just because the way it is. So yeah, we'll see how we decide what to do there. And just because I'm curious, you're mentioning Ford, and I want to look at Ford, and now I don't want to look at it anymore after I looked at it. No good. All right, doesn't look good for me here. It's just yeah. All right, let's head over to community events and announcements, guys, and we'll come back and fine tune this list. There's a lot on there, but not a lot that looks great. We'll chop that up pretty nice in just a second here. Let's get the events are coming up for next week.
All right, guys. Don't forget on Mondays you've got the onboarding session every Sunday. Excuse me, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern with Carlos. That's open to everybody. And then the technology webinar next week is already talking about how to utilize TWS for options trading, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday for strategy, Megan's webinar is posted. And then next week, we've got Peter talking about picking the right share size for yourself, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Wednesday, psychology, Mike will be talking about probabilities, part 3, trading and strategy sets. And, point out one new feature for the community. We negotiate one thing talking about probabilities. In order to do that, you have to journal well. And we recently negotiated a really good deal with ChartLog where it's about half off. I think it is almost exactly half off. But if you're a member, you can go in and in the members home on the left-hand side navigation bar, there is a little thing that looks like two candlestick bars. And if you click that, you can see the deal for ChartLog. Anyway, next slide. Mentorships on Thursdays, 11 a.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. Those all got taken care of yesterday. Also, don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com. It's our free web-based trading simulator. Just go over there. You can check it out. You can also sign up for email homework assignments that you get a couple times a week. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't been in the chat, use the promo code premarket24. When you go to the homepage, you'll see that test drive button. So you click that and use the promo code when you join. Give you a discount. It's a one-time payment. It does not recur. And also, if you'd like to gain access to the get all the webinars I was describing, use the promo code Lucky50. You'll get half off the annual Elite membership.
All right, thank you so much, Norm. I appreciate that. All right, guys, let's get to our list here. Let's fine tune it first. We got way too much stuff on here. TRY, we'll keep an eye on that one. BBY is decent. If it stays up here, if it comes back down to this 22, 23, then I am no longer going to be as interested. And then this might just come back down to as a possible until it gets breaking out again. Baba is interesting and Neo both very good this morning. I like those. Tesla, I know they're hanging out at 1,000 here and they are going to be interesting. But I'm probably going to trade something else instead of Tesla. So I'm going to keep them off the list for now. But man, what a run they have had. Same thing as Apple. Apple is very nice. I'm going to keep them here. I have Oxy and I have NVIDIA. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just one too many there. But we can do levels for those. And then I can continue to fine tune. As our moderators, throw their list out. I can see if there's anything that they have that might be more preferable than than something I have here. So we'll figure things out there. As far as our secondary list, we have Tesla, INTC. I'm just concerned that this one is not going to trade as well. We'll still leave them there. Facebook is a good possible. Mara could be decent actually. PDD, we'll get rid of this one there. JD, we already have Neo and Baba up there. We don't need an extra Chinese stock there. AMC and GameStop are again, they're really not in play here. I have them there and they're making our list a little bit longer. I have them there just in case some kind of crazy squeeze gets going. And it calls our attention. And all G right now, all these three, 1, 2, 3, they're all we're kind of just waiting to see at the market open. Is there anything going to be happening there worth watching? So list is not that big. We have a lot of possibles that are not really in play. This list will fine tune by one. Let's start doing levels over with TLRY. So we recently had this on the list. You can tell by these levels here. Look how these levels are just kind of overlapping some of the highs and lows as well, right? You see that there. We had this level before yesterday. And look how that it comes right to it. And again, it's just interesting how that is happening. A lot of overlap there on the levels that we have. So I'm gonna remove those for now, and we'll bring up our pre-market high. At the moment, we're sitting all the way up at what is this 843. We tested that twice already, very early on here last night, of course, and then here again a couple of minutes ago. So 843 holding strong. They're not able to get above that. Is that a good daily somewhere? We just decided, yeah, 843 has some touches here going back to December. You see a couple of areas of support and resistance. Over to the top, you see another area up here at around 991. This is a good one too. 823. You got a couple of days bouncing off of that as well. You definitely want to have that on your list. Towards the bottom, first thing is first is the pre-market low. We're sitting at 775. So we'll push a level right on there. You can see on the daily as well. Excuse me, on the daily as well. You got some areas of support and resistance. And then towards the bottom here, we are going to push 746. Looks pretty good here. 746 looks very nice. You can see that also after hours. The hesitation at 746. Look at the beautiful breakout. Comes back down, retests that as support now, and then the takeoff. So very, very nice there on that 746. And also that's being confirmed on the daily as a good, good level right on there. Below this guy's highs and lows from the last two trading days right in here. So you're pretty much set. Let's take a look at BBY, excuse me. Uh, I might end up moving this one down. We will see. This might be one that gets moved down depending how they end this pre-market, how they go into our market open. Right now, 25, 27 high of the pre-market. We had an insane gap up a few weeks ago over to 30.03, right? So you guys remember that sold off for the most part. It's a huge, huge gap. We're down to 16, as high as 34. I think the pre-market might have been higher. I do not recall. So right now we have those levels towards the bottom, highs and lows in here between 23 and 21. You got a lot of congestion in there, so that's good. Here, I think you're all pretty much all set on BBBY. Here is Baba this morning. Um, Daily not looking so hot, but they're gapping down today, 3.8. Low of the pre-market as low as 108 this morning, sitting at 110 right now. High of the pre-market will be 111.94. So level there as well. And on the top side, guys, highs and lows from the last two trading days. You got this nice little island here when we gapped up. Things were looking good. And now we're gapping down again. So swing in direction here. And a lot of the Chinese stocks are now towards the downside. Looking at the downside for levels, we do have 104. 41 good level there, and another one over here over at a 98.83. So a couple of levels there, highs and lows from the last two trading days towards the top on Baba, looking decent. Neo is another one, incredible volume here on Neo. I like Neo's daily too. If you look at this area, you have a nice area of support over around 21. So you kind of been holding that. We tested that area early on today. And again, right now, let's see if we can actually hold. Looking rather weak though, that is for sure. 20, 54, good level there, low of the pre-market. Towards the bottom, we do have a minor area here, 19. The big levels over here at 17, way down there. That is where you're seeing a lot of support, right? Consistent with that with that price at a 17.78. So that is looking good there. And then the high of the pre-market we can mark as well. That is sitting at 21.50. 21.50 high of the pre-market. I think you're pretty much set there as far as Neo goes. Taking a look at Apple, man. Look at Apple's daily, just insane. I mean, they haven't had a red day since the 15th. I mean, it's just been insane. Even the few gap downs have managed to end green here. Yeah, gap down here as well. And today you're pretty much you gapped up down earlier on. Um, Actually, no, is that gap down? Yeah, we're sitting. Is that the previous day close we're sitting on? Yeah, we're sitting right at the previous day close line right over here at 174.7. So we gap down, small gap down, and again, pretty much flat right now. So just an incredible run on Apple. Let's go to the left here. You're set at the bottom, guys. I mean, just look at the ladder here of levels you have. You don't need to add anything else down there. That is pretty solid. Level at 176.42 is good. All the way up here at 179.56 is good. And then here at 182. So we'll see what Apple does. Is there any pullback coming for Apple anytime soon? I mean, this is a heck of a run on Apple. Here's Oxy, guys. I love the daily. We're smack in the middle of a great area of support and resistance. This was major resistance, by the way, on this stock just a couple of weeks ago, right? You can see that there. Just could not get above that. Look at these wicks, by the way. That's a beautiful thing. Pops up, cannot hold anything above that besides slightly right there. And now we're just kind of right on it. So let's see. Oil is down a little bit today. We'll see how this is going to affect after the market open. Level towards the top, pretty much set, guys. You got a lot of highs and lows right there, doing a really good job. Towards the bottom, just going to mark down here a 55.99. And then we have another good one here at 52.72. So that is Oxy there for you. Again, I really like the daily on Oxy today, looking real nice. Pre-market, we seen better, but we know we can get the volume at the market open. Let's take a look at NVIDIA today. So NVIDIA has news with INTC as well. I do have INTC towards the bottom here. Again, they just don't trade very well. I might actually swap this out for an AMD. I might actually just do something like that. AMD will probably trade much, much cleaner, even though they're not directly with the catalyst today. Yes, I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to put in AMD here just to see how things get going there. We'll bring up AMD. There we go. Going back to NVIDIA here. NVIDIA, low of the pre-market, we're looking at 277 54. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 288.30. So two good levels there so far. Heading over to the left here towards the top because towards the bottom, actually, you can add one more level towards the bottom. Your highs and lows are pretty down, pretty far down here, 265. You do have this one area here, 271, just in case we do decide to dip here. You have that one on there. We're pretty much flat right now, just hanging out next to the previous day close line towards the top above 188. Let's pick a few here. This one sticks out pretty nice here, 303, might be actually 304. And then right on here, I don't like this level as much because if it takes a little bit to look for it, it's not great. If they stick out nice and clear, it is nice. The issue with this chart here is that you can see a lot of overlapping back and forth, right? So that's creating a little bit of a fuxy, not a clear daily. But these two levels look good. You have here 295 right on here. Yep, zooming in. Yeah, they look decent right on there. And then you have 304. I think it's 304 right on here as well. So I think that's enough for today as far as the upside on NVIDIA. Let's see how this news is going to develop and how strong the catalyst is. After a nice day yesterday, can we get any type of continuation on that catalyst today? So, all right, guys, we're set. TRRY, BBBY. We have Baba in here. We have Neo. We have Apple. We have Oxy and NVIDIA. So, again, one still too many, but we're going to continue to fine tune this list as we move into our pre-market show this morning. So, all right, 902 moderators are coming in with their watch list. So that is pretty good there. Seeing very similar tickers that are on our list as well. So looking forward to go through that list in just a second. So, oh yes, Kay, yeah, absolutely. I've been doing those as much as I can. Didn't do it yesterday, obviously, because I wasn't trading, but we will do this as much as I can. I probably won't do one today. I mean, this depends how I feel. I already could feel my throat going a little bit, so I can feel it already. Triggering me to cough. So we'll see how we feel after we're done with the show here. One sec. All right. Okay, guys, we got time for questions. Only 9:03, so we're done pretty early right now. Let's get to some questions. What do you guys have that we can cover? All right. Norm, anything else that on your end that maybe you like that we might have missed?
No, I'm still looking.
Okay. We'll see, guys. So it'll be an interesting Friday. Not I don't know if it's going to be a good Friday, but it'll be interesting.
I usually don't hate Fridays as much as some people, but I find they can be pretty decent. But today, maybe not. There's a couple goodies. BBBY
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm hoping this thing doesn't just come back down here and start chopping. But yeah, that one looks interesting as well. How do you trade ORBs? I have a whole webinar on that, man. It'll be difficult to go through all the details of how I trade it. But we have an hour webinar with some good examples in our education center. But basically, you can even search this on YouTube how the ORB works. Um, but yeah, we won't have enough time. The one thing that's different, some people look at the wicks, some people look at the body of the candle, and that's a little different for everyone depending on their strategy. But for the most part, the breakout is the breakout, right? You wait for the 5 minute candle to close, you wait for that pullback to happen, try to get the best entry possible, closest to the VWAP if you can, and then you take it for the breakout. Some people like to actually get in at the breakout, right? So there's a little variations on how you could trade it. I trade it, anticipating the move, so I want to get it at the pullback. It gives you a better entry. But can you get stopped out a lot more? Yes, you can get stopped out more often if you're not waiting for the breakout. But when you get the breakout, the issue is you don't have the best entry, right? So it's a give or take. The one thing though you have to do is keep it consistent. Don't go back and forth between different indicators and entries, because then it'll just mess up your consistency when it comes to the strategy. What do we think about the agriculture industry at the moment? Um, you know what? Artie
Like
has done
what?
some pretty good videos on that. But go ahead, Norm.
I was just gonna say that it's a very general question. So, like
What specifically, right?
agricultural stocks, I mean, if that's what you're asking, I find them tough to trade,
I don't
especially
know
in the
what. Yeah,
context of intraday trading.
yeah,
There's a lot of unknowns, especially with what's going on in Ukraine, considering they're a massive producer of grains and such. So,
yeah. They're not easy to trade. Billy, I have too many. I have plenty of Chinese tickers here. You could look at Billy if you prefer that one, but I do have, I have Baba and Neo. I think that's enough for right now on this stock. And Neo just collapsing here. I think this has a lot to do also with their earnings, right? But look at the drop Neo is getting here, man. They're just getting crushed right now. So 3.1 down 7%, losing some daily levels we had here. So that's gonna be fun to watch today. Brian Yang to the short. All right, so you're shorting Yang this morning, or did you short it yesterday? Brian is in the chat with us here. Yeah, we looked at four guys already. Adam, I think was you that mentioned that we looked at four already. It doesn't look good for what we're looking to do here. I'm seeing comments that Tilray is taking off. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't call this taking off yet, but yeah, you are getting above the VWAP. If we can break out of 843, right, which is kind of in chop right now, really. Just the way I see it, right. I would love for breakouts from here, or if you're gonna go short from 777, we'll see. We'll see how that is. Neo lower the targets, guys, to see. Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, Neo had some rough. I think their EPS was all right, but their revenues were off. Their guidance
hmm
was rough. They've got the underlying China issue.
Yeah, it's a lot going against them today. That's for sure. Um, Neo long all day, Chris MC. I don't know about that. At least not right this second. At the market open, all could change, but not right now. Um, CGC is moving pretty nice. Yeah, Tilray is active. How about CGC? Is it moving a little bit better? CGC. Pretty much the same. Again, just kind of, I think we have to wait for the market open. These things ran up a lot yesterday when I was looking at the charts. So we'll have to see. I mean, they ran up huge, right? CGC at 7 went all the way to 9. So we're just kind of consolidating here. Is this strong enough for them to keep moving higher? They had a really big move. I don't expect them to just go crazy, continue to break out like this. Because, like you said, no, we've been here before, and it hasn't played out well for them when it got to the end, right? So I don't know how strong this cat is going to be. I have a bias that we're not going to probably run that much on these. That's just my take on it. But anything can happen. That's 50-50. JD again. JD probably looks a little bit quiet compared to Neo and Baba. So definitely gonna keep my eyes on those two for now. Just question there on a PCT for Norm
Where is that?
from Tony in our chat.
I missed it. Hang on.
So I'll catch another one in the meantime.
Tony, yeah, that's fine. We don't have any hourly restrictions, and everything is all the classes and webinars and everything. Those are all recorded if you can't make them on time.
Curious how much weight you place on daily chart MAs. I do like the daily charts, but MAs, but I like the 50 and the 200. I think those are pretty decent. The lower ones, if you look at the 20, if you look at the 9, I don't put too much weight on those. But the 50 and the 200 for sure. The 200 is very, very powerful MA on the daily. And the 50, is good as well. So if it's those two, yeah, I'll be on the lookout for those two. The 9 and the 20, I have them here because they're great for the lower time frames. But I won't put too much weight on them when it comes to a daily on those. No, I know you look at the MAs as well, right? Is that
Yeah,
how do you?
absolutely. Especially crosses. When you talk about the lower ones, they're more of I'm watching for crosses on them.
Yeah, yeah. Carlos, look at the volume on penny stock SNDL going a bit nuts this morning. Let's see. We don't
It's
usually
the
focus
weed.
on penny stocks. What is this?
It's the weed story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we
It's
don't
a meme
focus on
stock too, I believe.
it is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really focus on this. I mean, it's essentially it's probably the same thing, but I think these can be more difficult to trade than like a CGC or something that's higher price. Right? I don't think I ever traded a stock that was 88 cents. I don't think I ever have done that. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'll look at something else instead of this. And again, it looks like it's going crazy, but I mean, you have 51 million shares traded. But if you look at CGC's price action or till rate, you're doing the same thing, just with less volume, right? But you're doing the same movements. Um, so yeah, I'll prefer to watch something like this, a little more stable, I guess. All right, guys, 9/11. Let's take a look at our moderators lineup this morning, see what we have going on there for this Friday. Let me resize this as I'm doing this over on YouTube. If you hit that thumbs up, we appreciate it very, very much. If you're new, consider subscribing. We're live again on Monday and every day, Monday through Friday when the market is open. Just kind of getting together, building our list, and getting ready for the trading day. So this morning's list, we have Peter, a couple IPOs opening up today. Mike, Apple, Nvidia, and SQ. Peter's looking at AMD, Tilray, Nvidia. Secondary list BBBY, Apple, and Neo. So very similar to what I have a buy-in as well. Bob is looking at Neo, BBBY, Apple, and Tesla. And Dima looking at a PDD, BBBY, Neo, and Apple. So again, you can see here how similar the stocks are here, right? We got BBBY, we got Neo across the board, we have Apple. Tiffany looking at those three as well. Megan is looking at Lucid, mRNA, AMAT, and Baba this morning. Still in from
Comment here.
yesterday. Very nice. Did you short that? I hope you
She
did.
says you haven't lived until you've held a Chinese stock overnight.
I'm good.
Well, you didn't really hold it if you were short, though.
True, true. Wow, very nice. Good job there. Gap down huge today. They're down right now 4.2. Jared looking at MJ ETFs. Excuse me, guys. MJ
There it
ETFs.
comes.
And BBY and Agri is AGRI, Neo, Oxy, and Whiskey on Ice. That's probably the best ticker on there this morning. Amen, potential long CCL, POTR, and Airbnb, as you can see here. So, all right, excellent. Guys, that is what we have. A couple of minutes left here before we shut it down. Guys, have an amazing weekend. Trade safe today. Again, there's a lot on here, but we really have to see at the market open how things are going to shake out. We got some really good potentials, but there's not many stocks that are like, wow, this is going to be great, except for Neo right now. I think it's looking really, really nice. We're definitely gonna get some moves on Neo at the market open. It's dropping quite a bit here, so I expect maybe a pop on it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Either way, guys, stay safe today. Have a great weekend. Discipline's got
Sure.
to be at all-time highs because today you don't get to make it up tomorrow. You go on 2 days off, and you don't want to be sitting on that table thinking about, man, my discipline was out of whack, and you're just not focused on what you need to do. So don't be a hero, guys. If your week is down, it's okay. The market's going to be here next week, and the week after that, and after that. So just take it easy and live to trade another day is so important, so important, right? Protect your buying power, protect your account, and have a great trading day. Norm, anything that I missed?
Yeah, all good. Feeling better.
Right.
Get some rest over the weekend.
Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you, guys, and again, thank you to Peter for covering yesterday. I appreciate it very, very much, guys. Take care.
100%. Great
Take
job.
care.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.